Good day, I say. Welcome back to the Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen showcase. In the last part, we took on Giovanni, and in this part, we got a lot of stuff done. Not only did we take care of the Rocket Hangout in the Celadon Game Corner, but we also got the Poke Flute from Mizufuji, got through the Pokemon Tower, and we got some update on our team. Right here we have my Flareon, of course. I don't think anything really changed about Flareon, but we got a new addition right here. We got Gengar, which I caught a Ghastly in the Pokemon Tower, raised it up to a Haunter, and then traded it to evolve it, which is really cool. Gengar is a really awesome Pokemon. Probably could have done better with the nature, but whatever. I taught the Psychic TM that you can get from Mr. Psychic in Saffron City. And it has a few Ghost-type moves as well. Blastoise is still the same, Raichu is still the same. And I brought back my Farfetch because you need Cut to access this gym. So anyway, time to take on Erika. Now, funny thing about Erika is that I actually forgot to list her on my notes, which is kind of funny. It kind of shows like how lackluster her gym really is. And speaking of lackluster, she uses the Grass-type Pokemon, which besides from rocks, grass types have the most weaknesses in the series. Which I guess when you keep in mind that grass types, they were weak to bug, which was really uncommon. They were weak to poison, which was uncommon. Flying, they were only weak. The only good flying type move was Wing Attack. So half of the typing that grass types were weak to weren't really that good. Wow, that did a lot of damage. You know, she's gonna heal, unfortunately. Anyway, it would have been nice to have a fire-type move for Flareon, but I'm not going to worry about it. Next up is Tangela. And you know what? I should have used one of my X attacks to power up Flareon. Oh well. I'll at least keep it paralyzed so we don't have to worry about any other status effect. And you know what? Yeah, sure. Let's use an X attack right now. I don't really use X attacks that often. Like usually if I can take him out in just a few turns anyway, I'll just do that. But X attacks and X specials can be useful on some occasion. It took them until like Sun and Moon for X items to be actually useful. Alright, last Pokemon is Vileplume. It shouldn't be too hard. I do have a -1 on defense, so that acid is going to deal quite a bit. But other than that, she doesn't really have anything that can hurt me. Alright. If Flareon goes down, I'll just finish her off with Gengar. Gengar it is. Who is close to getting a level, I believe. Alright, Gengar, finish her off with Psychic. Yeah, man. Giga Drain was such an awful move early on. 60 base power, 5 PP. What were they thinking with that move? Oh, Gengar gain another level. Dream Meter. Do I want to experiment with that? I probably won't be using Shadow Shade for very long. You know what, nah, I'll pass. No point having a move take up a slot. Anyway, we got the Rainbow Badge from Erika, which will make Pokemon up to level 50 obey me. And we can use the HM Strength out of battle, which is really good. TM19 contains Giga Drain, and despite being a mediocre move, I'm actually going to be teaching it to one of my Pokemon. Yeah, according to my notes, I am teaching it to my Gengar. So, let's do that right now. Anyway, while I'm doing this, I guess I can talk about what I'm going to be doing for next video. So originally I did plan on showing off the Deoxys event, only to find out that the Deoxys event doesn't happen until you beat the game. Which is unfortunate, but anyway, after Erika, we're going to be heading towards Fuchsia City. And we have a couple of things that we can show off there, such as the Safari Zone, where we're going to be catching our last 2 party members, and the Gym Leader as well. So that's going to be fun. And unfortunately for me, it's going to be a lot of padding until I eventually get to there. But lucky for you guys, you don't get to see all the filler that goes into these videos. But anyway, next time on the Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen showcase, we're heading towards Fuchsia City. So, if you enjoyed this part, make sure you give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon for notification on future updates. I'll see you guys next time.